No, put it together, man. Christian French right there. How hard is it to come in? I know you got your tea like at a noon on a Monday after a weekend of drinking. How hard is it to like come and sing those notes?
Well, you know, on tour, I actually don't drink.
Okay. All right. No
so
drinking.
I just try to keep my vocal cords as healthy as possible. You know, you get your vocal warm-ups in, you get your cup of tea, you get a Ricola, you're good as new.
So because I haven't had the benefit, this is my first time seeing you live. Do you have your like cup of tea when you're on stage? Because I'm assuming you probably put in even more effort.
Yeah, I actually don't bring a cup of tea on stage a lot because I tend to spill it every time.
Okay.
And so I gotta have a lid.
Okay.
That's my thing. But I drink tea before and then I just like double
pray
up
it
on the water during the show. Yeah.
All right, gotcha. Now, are you guys allowed to drink when you go? Is the band allowed to party and stuff?
Band's always allowed.
Okay. So
Everybody's allowed to drink.
Okay.
It's just a vocal cord choice.
All right, good. Well, so you guys you were here in San Diego last night, right? You were at the Casbah?
Sure were.
How'd that go? Was it lit?
It was awesome, man.
Okay.
It was like, I don't know, the past 3 shows in California, I do this thing where I ask how many people have seen me before and then how many people are seeing me for the first time. And it's super cool that there was literally so many that were seeing me for the first time, and I just feel like I got a lot of new fans these first couple shows, and it feels really heartwarming.
Okay, well, because I know I've seen that like this isn't your is this your first headline tour? I know you've been on tour before, but is this?
I had a headlining run this past fall.
This is
this is the second part of it.
Oh, okay, so we're on the second leg now. How is like as far as like for your first time going out when you're the headliner? How was it? Like, was it what you expected? Was it a little?
Dude, it's
crazy?
just so wild. Like being an opener for like a year and some change. Like it's awesome getting to like open for your favorite artists, and like that energy is awesome. But having your fans at your show singing your songs, you're like, oh wow, like people know the words. This is sweet.
So what do you know? Like, do you have that memory in your head of the first show? Like, do you know where it was when you're like, oh wow, these people are singing my songs?
Yeah, our first show of the headlining run was in Ann Arbor, and that's super close to home. I'm from Indiana,
so
got that Midwest energy over there, and everybody was just loving it, and it was pretty much a sold out show, and I just was blown away. First show I always kind of black out a little bit. I just like.
So what's going on?
I don't know what just happened, but
were you able to get like family and friends out there since it's not that far?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Family just kind of tailgates with me.
Yeah, everybody mobs out.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. Are they here? They're not here now, are they?
Not here.
Okay, I was just like, dang, all right. Well, so speaking of Indiana, were you like pre-med? Is that what I read? You were actually studying?
I sure was.
That?
I was quite deep into a pre-med major. I was one easy semester away from graduating.
Hold on. You were a semester away?
Yeah.
That must have been one pretty important text you got from somebody to come out and say, hey.
That was exactly what happened. Chelsea Cutler texted me and asked if I could open for her on her fall tour.
Okay.
And you're not going to say no to that.
Right, like, all right, Chelsea. Sorry, look, I got to get a degree first.
Yeah, I mean, you can get your degree, like, later, but you can't go open for Chelsea Cutler.
True.
Later. That's a one-time ask, so I just felt like I had to take that.
I have to ask you, what was the parents' reaction when you said, like, hey?
You would think pissed off,
but
so stoked, so excited for me. Yeah, they're just like, I don't know, they saw like the fizzle out of interest in organic chemistry and the fizzle in of energy for music, and just totally saw it coming. They knew that's what was going to happen regardless after school, and so to have that opportunity they were just really excited that I was presented with that, and like was able to come out to LA with a purpose.
Now I'm assuming you haven't thought about going back anytime soon. You're well on your way.
That part of my brain I don't think works too well.
You're like, I only know how to write lyrics now. I don't know anything else. That's perfect. So how often do you get to write like while you're on tour? Like, are you writing right now? Or are you kind of one of those just all focused?
Yeah, it's kind of tough on tour because you're singing, you're trying to save your voice for the show, and it's tough to like write and use your voice for that, and it's kind of a different energy, and so I kind of take this time as like my time off from writing, and as soon as I get back it's go time, but while I'm on tour it's kind of like the collection of ideas. I kind of think of it as like you're putting all this stuff in your pockets, all these experiences, then you get back from tour and you just unload your pockets and see what's up, and so I write all these in my journal and just like try to make sense of them after tour.
Do you have someone or a group of people like special to you that you need them to approve, or is it kind of just like I'm gonna do it like your parents or like a friend?
I mean, I send my music to a couple people that I like. I like their approval, but at the end of the day, if I really like it, if I believe in it, then it's gonna happen.
All right. Has anybody been like, do not release that song? Like that's terrible.
No, because if it gets to that point, I'm usually like, all right, this is trash.
Okay.
It's not gonna get to that.
Awesome. All right. Well, one thing, and so what are you 20 years old now? You're pretty young, 22. Right? You're 22.
Almost 23. March
all right.
17.
Hey. So it's coming up, right around St. Patty's Day. Okay. Yeah. So my question is obviously, who here is on TikTok right now?
Yeah.
There we go. I got it. Do you? I know like a lot of songs are blowing up because of TikTok. As an artist, like a writer, and all that kind of stuff. Do you try to cater to that in any way? Like, I hope a challenge gets made from my song. Or?
Yeah. I feel like an old man that's past my prime, but like I've gotten into it, and honestly, TikTok is awesome, and I've gotten into hours of holes.
Yeah, you just don't know what's happening all of a sudden.
I did this one challenge called the Pocky Chip Challenge. Have you heard? It's the spiciest chip in the world.
And you ate it?
And I ate it. And then I tried to sing head first afterwards and play it acoustically. You can see it worked. I got through the song. I about threw up.
Okay.
It's horrible.
So as far as like yourself, like when you're making music, do you really like think like, oh, I kind of maybe need to come up with something catchy?
That part of my brain is starting to churn more.
Okay.
As I'm just like, you know, kind of getting used to the idea, and like everything is starting to be like, well, we could make a TikTok for this, and like, it's crazy. You can make a TikTok for anything though. It's kind of this epiphany that I'm having recently.
Okay. All right. So, but you're still focusing on like actually making, because like that's. I know for me personally, one of the disappointing things is when you hear like you see a video, it's funny, but the song is awesome, then you check it out and you're like, oh, so that was just like the 2 lines that were pretty good, and then, you know, the rest of the song.
There's some songs on there that are like a minute long these days.
Yeah.
And it's just one chorus, and then they hop out. That's it. But it's crushing because it's on TikTok.
Yeah, right. I could add a few people, but we'll leave them off here. No, we're kidding. Yeah. But all right, so now you're on this tour right now, and you're headlining it. How many? You got a lot of shows left? Are you just starting?
Yeah,
off,
we
right?
just started. We're 3 deep. I think we got 11, 12 left. Yeah, this one's kind of a smaller one. It's only 14 shows. But
and you still just dropped a song too, right? Time of Our Lives?
Yeah, Time of Our Lives came out on January 17th.
Yeah.
And then this Friday, March 6th, we've got Crowded Room coming out.
And that's your next song coming out?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how long does it take for you to get that in your set when you're performing live? Like a song that you're dropping. Is that right away, or do you need some time?
It kind of just depends. I mean, we decided that the music's coming out, and we obviously want to play it, get people stoked on it. And so, we threw it into this set, and we threw my next single called I Think Too Much in my set as well, just to, really build the hype a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, they're just awesome songs to perform, and why would we not put them in our set?
Naturally.
Yeah.
So, and I know, obviously, it's always summertime here in San Diego. Sorry that it's not as amazing as it always is usually, but
it's actually great. I live in LA, so we all get that. We get the sunshine, and so I kind of like the clouds are nice.
Okay. Now, because you were in Indiana, when you moved out to LA, was it like, did you know what to expect? Did you get hit with like
culture shock? Absolutely culture shock.
Okay. So what was like the craziest thing that you're just like, oh, this is how this works out here? Because I feel like the Midwest is a much different vibe.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like just the whole everything was kind of crazy. Just like the nice weather every day is like.
Wait, I don't need long clothes anymore?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like in Indiana. I was going to 8 a.m.s like bundled up, freezing cold for 6 or 7 months out of the year, and going to LA. I like worked in a studio for the first time, and like worked with producers really for the first time, and it was just like. Oh, so this is what's going on out here. And after I kind of had that taste of it, my first trip out there was no going back.
So when right before Chelsea sent you that text, like, hey, come out with me, were you only working like with you and like no solid producers or like big time producers?
I had been going to LA on like my fall break, my spring break, winter break. Every chance I got, I was in LA making music.
Okay.
And kind of built that little catalog that was enough to, I guess, have Chelsea notice me or something like that. Yeah.
Did she say like how she heard of you or like what happened?
I think it was from, I used to do these Twitter covers. I would just cover a bunch of artists, and I covered a couple of her songs, and I think she saw me through that, and then our fans kind of started like, putting us in the same tweets, like, you all need to do a show together. And
so it actually works. You hear that? It actually works.
It works.
Together.
Yeah.
Now you're here.
Manifest it. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so I got a few questions from the crowd. So, you want to raise your hand if I call out your name. So this one is Julian Salberg, right there. All right, cool. So Julian wants to know, when was the first time that you realized that you could turn music into your career and not just a hobby that you were good at? Like, you could make that money.
The first time I realized it was after I put out my first single, Fall For You. I put it on Spotify. Wasn't expecting anything. Just had like a little buzz around my college town. And it ended up hitting the viral top 50 chart on Spotify and like started streaming pretty well. And I was like, all right, well, I can actually do this. Like, it just totally motivated me to just keep making music and really, chasing that. And that was totally solidified. I was like, yep, this is what I'm doing.
So you were at school when that was happening?
Yeah, I was a sophomore.
Did people like know who you were? Like, were people starting
Not
to be like,
really. I mean, it honestly took a while. Like, we would just like play Fall For You at every party ever.
Yeah, put it on again. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, come on, guys. I'm just like, hey.
I'm here. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So it got to the point where you're like, oh god, they're doing it on purpose. Like it's a little weird.
Yeah, it was whatever though. It was just my dudes just trying to support me.
No, hey, look, at least you got people like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, cool. So this next one is from Elena or Alana. Elena Noble. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right. So if you could write a song for any artist, who would you choose?
Ooh.
Writing, no singing, just writing.
I feel like, I mean, John Mayer's my guy. Always been my favorite, but he writes just such good songs that I don't want to touch his songwriting. So, I guess if I could write for anybody, maybe Khalid.
Ooh.
Khalid would be a cool one.
Okay.
I feel like we've got like similar enough like tones in our voice that we can make something really work together.
That'd be nice. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. And then this last one right here, I think it's Jasmine Merrill. Jasmine? All right, there we go. All right. I just like this one just because I feel like we can get some juicy gossip out of this one. We might be able to. Who is Love Ride about?
Ooh. Well, I was dating a girl back in college, and that's it. We're not dating anymore.
Has she hit you up since this has kind of started happening? Or?
Nope.
Okay, so she gets it.
That's about it.
She get it. Okay, all right, cool. All right. Well, guys, put it together one more time. Christian French, dude. Thank you guys so much.